Well, welcome back. It's been a while since I made the last Linux video, and since then, many things have changed. Uh, so, back then, I was using Kubuntu. Uh, Now, that was an attempt to, you know, appear different. I don't use Ubuntu, I use Kubuntu, which is basically the same thing, I guess. I don't know. But it had some problems. So I was like, let's use a more popular distro. And I hopped to another distro, which is, of course, Linux Mint. That's right. And it's really mint, let me tell you that. And yeah, just everything is polished. The first thing is the start menu. um, it reminds me of Windows 7, and that's a good thing, of course. And it just feels so polished and stuff. And yeah, if you're new to Linux, you don't have to think about this thing called terminal. Okay, this is my laptop. Yeah, you can see that IdeaPad Gaming Tree. And another reason that I have installed Linux on this system is because it's an old laptop. Okay, it's I bought it in 2021, and it has that 1650 graphics card, very legendary graphics card. And in this day and age, in this economy, even the 1650 is very precious. And it has like 12 GB of RAM. Yeah. And one other thing, even if you do not know anything about the terminal, you should know one thing. Okay, you should know one thing for sure if you want to use Linux, right? This command, fast fetch, before it was neo fetch, but it's outdated right now. So fast fetch, what this does is it will show the system specs. Hopefully I don't get hacked by showing this thing, but yeah, you'll be able to see the spec of your system. As you can see here, this is my GPU, 1650 mobile, right? And all those specs, all the good stuff, right? Now, as you can see, the disk space is 97 or 100 GBs. That is because I have shared like 144 GBs to with Windows, not Windows 11, because Windows 11 is trash, and and apparently it has viruses, and I mean real viruses. And so I am using Windows 10. Now, I don't recommend you to use Windows 10 if you want to dual boot, but yeah. And I've kept Windows 10 for playing some old games, and also using Photoshop. Photoshop is not available in Linux, sadly. Once it's available in Linux, I think I'm going to ditch Windows forever. And as you can see, this cursor, right? It's a Mac cursor. So you might ask, how did you get this Mac cursor? You might say, and it's very customizable. Okay, Linux Mint is very customizable. You can go to mouse and touchpad. No, not this. Let us go to themes. Yes, here it is, right? So you can click on the advanced settings, and you can change the cursor and stuff. Normally, by default, it will be this cursor, but I like the Mac cursors. I use Mac for work. I don't like Mac OS, but I like this old cursor style with this Mickey Mouse hand and stuff. Now, this is not my best laptop, but this is the laptop which I am stuck with right now. And yeah, so far so good. And also it has a lot of wallpapers if you'd like. Here it is, wallpapers, fantastic wallpapers. But my favorite is this thing. It's like a city map, but it's just computer hardware stuff, CPU and stuff, and it looks lit, I would say. Amazing. And also one more thing, we can switch to different modes. By default it's on balanced mode, like wherever it needs NVIDIA, it will use NVIDIA graphics card, the dedicated GPU. And if you want to switch to Intel and stuff, you can do that from here, which is very, very convenient. And it has a great software support and stuff. Okay, just amazing. So this is the app store, you can say. It's called Software Manager. It has amazing apps for free. That's one of the things that I'm really obsessed recently. Open source softwares or open source anything. It's just free stuff for free, you know. And it's awesome. You can play games and stuff which are free as well. It just feels like Christmas, right? What a day to be alive. And you have many apps here. You can search by categories. Let's say I select games. You have many games for free. I mean, what do you want? This is like a wonderland. Okay. And same goes for, you know, if you want to do graphic stuff, amazing graphic stuff for free. It's insane. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nowadays everybody and their grandma are using Linux, so please switch to Linux. You know, the more people switches to Linux, more softwares will be, you know, ported to Linux, because the companies will be like, okay, so many people uses Linux, so we should make our software to or for Linux, right? So that we can have a profit. So let's try to switch to Linux, you know. And on the way you can learn about this CLI commands as well. They're very cool, you know. I'm gonna show you one thing that I'm sure will convince you to switch to Linux and learn these CLI commands. Look at this. Now tell me you are not impressed. Look at this train, beautiful train. So yeah, everything is cool in Linux. Once you come here, you'll be like, damn, I was missing this for so long, and you're gonna thank me. But don't to thank me now. Just go ahead, install, enjoy, and then you can come back and thank me in the comment section. So yeah, let's make this happen. Let's make this the year of Linux desktop operating system. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.